Roleplay Retcon does not own any part of the movies we retcon, nor are we associated with the artists who make them. Also, while most episodes are safe for all listeners, please do check the individual episode descriptions for any content warnings.
The music for this series is by Behold. You can find them on Bandcamp, YouTube, and more.
Previously on Roleplay Retcon does Pacific Rim Uprising. Kaiju war hero Mako Mori is in a coma after a mysterious rogue Jaeger, Obsidian Fury, destroyed her helicopter and escaped into the Pacific Ocean. Young Jaeger pilots Amara, Alex, and Bon, along with their trainer and Mako's brother, Jake Pentecost, traced Obsidian Fury's origins to a remote region of Siberia, where they found Kaiju being grown in tanks. Obsidian Fury appeared again, and the three pilots engaged the giant Jaeger in combat. Bon seems oddly overprotective of Alex, but otherwise the three worked as a perfect team, with Alex tripping up Obsidian Fury with his knife work, Amara's devastating gunplay, and Bon's shield support. But Obsidian Fury started charging up something big.
I'm gonna grapple this motherfucker.
Go for it. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna try grapple him. So I got to make a successful melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, fuck that robot.
I'm gonna fuck this robot right in its glowy little charge thing.
Touch its heart. This is how your heart's touch.
Wow. All right.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, so it can no longer boost or take reactions, and it becomes immobilized, but will mirror your movement.
I believe
it actually only mirrors its movement because it is the larger party.
It's the larger, so I would basically just follow it around.
It can pull you around, but it can't take reactions, and I can't boost either, which is quite good all around.
But okay, and now I'm going to use my other quick action to make an attack with my segment knife, and that is a 19. That is 2 plus 1, 3, so it takes 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to flex mount off of that to do my bristle crown flechette launcher, which now that we're grappled does 3 kinetic damage.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah.
And then I'm going to use Disdainful Blade to make a melee throw attack against it with my segment knife.
Hell yeah, we'd love to see it.
Love to see it. And that is a 19 again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, is that a 19 on the die?
No, it's an 18 on the die.
Okay, 19 total. Okay, cool.
And that's a 6, so 3 damage. Minus 1 to 2. Oh man, should I friggin' overcharge to get another attack?
You can overcharge.
I want to overcharge. So I'm going to take an overcharge to make a attack with my tactical melee weapon. It's another 18 plus 1.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, I have accuracy on that actually. So plus 6.
So that's a crit. So you roll damage twice.
So, yes. 8.
Wow. That's damage. All right, that's your actions, yeah?
That's all I got.
This thing is going to, at the start of its turn here, I think I just need to fire this off now. It's going to fire the one charge it has of this laser, and it's going to fire it. Actually, it's a protocol, it has to go first. Yeah, okay, I can't hit all 3 of you. I can just hit the 2 of you. So a massive sort of orange laser beam just blasts out of this thing's chest towards Sanguine Rush and Ironclad Gunsmoke here, as just like searing heat crashes through both of your Jaegers. You can even in the pilot's compartments feel the heat kind of as it moves like almost like through your mechs. Not like
since I'm grappling this mech, can I like shimmy myself up and just like tank the whole thing?
It does. The beam it is firing does move through things, but I like this narratively. Why don't you go ahead and give me, let's just like call it, make an attack against this thing. And if you hit, I will totally let you take Jensie's damage, and we'll call this your reaction.
11.
And 11 does just hit. Okay. Any lower and that wouldn't have hit. Okay. You can take damage for the two of you. Wonderful. I did crit, so it's gonna be maximum damage both times.
No, Alex, no.
Nice. I had to roll a lot of dice here. Okay, well that's a minimum damage roll. So first you'll take 7 points of heat damage, and then you'll take another 6 points of heat damage.
So I'm down to 0.
Okay, so you'll go to 1 structure, or 2 structure rather.
Let me roll my paint job. Nope, 7. So
okay. Now you need to roll for structure.
2.
A 2. Okay, so that's system trauma. So roll another d6.
6.
On a 4 through a 6, you choose a system of yours, and it's destroyed.
I'm gonna say that my would that be fun? Let's say my personalization is destroyed and I lose my scarf.
The scarf.
Oh no.
End of an era.
So I would lose that. I would use that 2 HP too, right?
Yes. This thing begins to microwave you, and as you see the energy beam kind of coalescing in this thing's chest, you do, just like where you are holding it currently, these sort of synthetic muscle fibers of your mech flexing and like bursting with energy themselves just to kind of keep this thing in line as you hold on to it. You pull yourself up in front of this thing's chest, and the energy beam kind of gets splayed wide instead of cutting through you. Your mech is actively on fire. The alarm sirens are kind of blaring in the interior as multiple pop-ups begin to blare that there are system failures across your mech. And as you kind of, the flash of the beam subsides, you do see that your scarf has been singed to nothingness. That was the protocol for its turn. It's going to use its last of the limited to fire off some missile salvos at each of you. Things deals damage.
Can it fire missiles at something that's grappling it?
It will do so with difficulty.
Okay.
Because it's a ranged weapon and you're engaged with it.
Cool.
I just imagine you're like hugging onto it with one of its legs. And it's like, you're like, yeah.
I'm hugging onto its chest because I blocked the laser.
Oh, okay, right.
Sacrificed your scarf.
Incredible.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like logistically, how could you possibly fire a missile at that?
The missile just goes straight up and then
back.
comes back down.
So if it misses me, it might hit itself, right?
That's some wishful thinking. It
Does he go? Yeah, he doesn't, right? No,
No.
You're not going to allow that, no.
No, it's a launcher. They don't technically have a blast radius. I did, funnily enough, it happened again where I rolled a 4 to hit Alex and my difficulty was a 4. So I rolled a 0 to hit Alex.
Nice.
I have
It doesn't even try.
Yeah, it's like, this is not even.
It's like the Millennium Falcon on the freaking bridge. It like forgets you're there.
Yeah. You can see its like systems like begin to reticle like target you, and then it just kind of like stops.
It's like, yeah, surely the thing's dead. I just hit it with a big old laser.
Microwaved.
You got piccoloed.
I think also in your, between the heat and the blast of the laser itself, you, Alex, in your mech's cockpit, I think you do feel like your own skin like singe.
Oh yeah.
I do have a hit on both of you for Ironclad Gunsmoke and Halcyon Vapor. So I'm going to go ahead and roll another blast missile I've got of damage. That is going to be 4 blast damage to each of you.
Hey, Hen. I am going to use my thing.
Okay. You're gonna make an attack against it.
Dang it, my return fire. That's what it's called. Yes, return fire.
I knew what you meant.
And I'm going to use my pistol because I cannot use my thermal pistol because the person who is on fire is also in direct range of my thermal pistol. But I am going to use my regular pistol. Well, I didn't hit it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, but it's reliable, so it still takes damage.
Indeed. Oh, hey, actually. All right, my turn to back up again. I tell you what, firing its chest laser does make it impaired, so I do have difficulty to hit Jensie and Ben. which I did not account for. Which means I actually have 2 difficulty to hit Alex, which means I would have even further missed.
So
probably.
if you can roll a 6 on that hit, can we say that the missile hits it instead?
You know what? Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Whoa, nice.
I did not roll a 6.
I didn't know you would.
And I tell you what, I think the other 2 are still going to hit. No, a 12 minus 3 is a 9, which I think misses Jensie.
No, that means I also cannot shoot it, which is fine.
And then you're really easy to hit, then I apologize. That is its turn.
I'm down to 3 HP, guys. Didn't think I'd see the day.
Alas. It's my turn. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reload.
So you're going to stabilize.
Yes, stabilize.
Cool. When you stabilize, you get to do a couple different things, actually. And they're all very good.
Okay.
I love stabilizing. So you will, you can choose, let's see here. You can either cool your mech and remove all the heat you have currently built up, or you can expend a repair to restore all your HP up to your max.
But I don't have any heat and my HP is already the max.
Okay, then you just don't do either of those, and then you will, after you do one of those, when you stabilize, you additionally choose to either reload all your loading weapons, clear any burn damage currently affecting you, clear a condition on you, or clear an ally's condition if they are adjacent to you. But I'm assuming you're going to reload.
I am going to reload. And when I reload, I get the Roland chamber. So my next attack with a loading weapon is going to gain an effect. Okay. All right, Hen. So now that I have reloaded as a free action, I'm going to use my Mjolnir.
It's a free action too. This is absurd.
Yes, and so since I have 4 of them, I am doing 4 or more. So that means it's going to deal 4 kinetic damage per loaded round, and AP, and my target's going to become shredded.
Yes.
Oh.
That reduces them to the last structure they've got, and an immediate 10 points of damage to them as well, as these massive, we're talking small apartment-sized rounds out of the center of your chest here, of your mech, just fires off ka-chunk, 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 this super big revolver in your chest, impacts across its forms, and it needs to roll structure. Got a 3, that is going to be system trauma.
Nice.
Wonderful. Or I guess it could also be damaged weapons. We'll see which it would be here. So that is going to be, no, that is weapon destroyed. Yeah. Your bullets clip across the front of this thing one at a time, and it tries to put its hands up to block some of the blow here, and a full round just cuts straight through one of the chain swords that it has and just completely shears it off, and it goes flying into the snow.
Nice.
Awesome. The snow around it kind of sizzles and melts too as it's glowing with
That's
energy.
for Mako.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And also, does that mean I'm no longer... I think I stopped being impaired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now you have the rest of your turn ahead of you. I mean, you took your action to stabilize. You could, overcharge to do something, but I think you're good, yeah? Or unless you want to.
Can I overcharge?
Yeah, you can overcharge. You'll take a heat, and then you can take a bonus action. Quick action, rather.
Just one quick action?
D&D on the brain. Yeah.
Now listen, Hen. Here's what is going to happen. I am going to do that. So, oh boy. All right. So I have from my Roland chamber, my next attack with a loading weapon is going to gain an additional 1d6 explosive bonus damage. And my hand cannon is my loading weapon, but it's also an auxiliary weapon, so it's also going to gain my gunslinger die. Is that correct?
Yep. This is gonna hurt.
If it hits, I shouldn't put that out into the universe. Well, it's reliable, so that means it's gonna hit no matter what, right?
It's true.
Then I will do this. I'm gonna do all of this. So I'm gonna give myself a heat. I am going to fire my newly loaded hand cannon at it, which means it is no longer loaded. This is my first auxiliary weapon, so I also get plus one accuracy. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna roll my d20. Okay, I got an 11.
Ooh,
plus
that's
my
good.
d6 for accuracy. Well, it's only 1.
That's okay. Still hits.
All right, so I'm going to roll my regular damage first, which is a 1d6.
1d6. It's shredded right now too. Oh wow.
And then
Get him.
I also get an additional 2d6, and this is also AP. So we're up to 9 so far.
It's for 7 more damage, 9 damage.
And then I also get my additional 1d6 explosive damage, which is a 3. So we're at 12.
Oh my
So
gosh. You've almost
Jensie.
completely health barred this thing.
That's 12 AP damage.
12 damage.
And it has to save,
Okay.
or something bad's going to happen. It's a whole save, or it's going to be knocked prone.
I rolled a 6. So it's a 6 plus 1, not gonna get it there. Yeah, this thing falls prone. You just unload just so many bullets at this thing, and then just when it thinks you're done, it's assessing the damage to its own arm. The blade has gone flying off of it. It just kind of like barely manages to get itself back up on its feet, and it turns to you just in time to see you level your hand cannon. It's not your hand. Yeah, it is your hand cannon. Yeah. You level your hand cannon at this thing and fire another shot, and that bullet just tears straight through it. You guys can see a perfectly cracked hole right through the center of its sort of upper chest here, just above the sort of rotating beam that it just fired out at the sanguine rush. And it just kind of stops and puts a single hand over the bullet hole now through its core, and begins to assess its situation. Incredibly well done.
And that's for Alex.
I'm not dead. It's just really hot.
Shut up, Alex. This is for you.
I also reread my synthetic muscle netting, which I misunderstood. I thought it meant that I could grapple things one category larger than me.
No, you grapple them as though you are one category larger.
No, it says that when you grapple or ram larger targets, you count as the same size as the largest opponent.
Oh, got it. Okay. Oh, wow.
So you're actually really good at the game, but didn't know it.
Apparently.
You're incredible. Awesome.
I just moved around a little bit so that I'm no longer directly behind Sanguine Rush, so that I am able to fire at the Obsidian Fury with a line of fire my next turn.
Awesome. It is its turn. It is going to try its damnedest to take one of you with it. And that one of you is going to be you, Alex. You're right here, right?
Bring it on.
It is down a weapon. I can no longer make those weapons as part of the same attack. So it's going to skirmish here with the first one, which is going to miss. Wow, that is really unfortunate. It even has a difficulty on that because it is still grappled by you. And then let's see. Can we
still be friends?
Can we still be friends? Yeah, it is going to use its second quick action here to try to break free of you as you are kind of still holding on to it. So this will be a contested hold check. Number to beat is a 14.
Well, I only got a 7.
In kind of its panic here, though it's still kind of cool as ever, as established, but it can see the writing on the wall. It can see what's coming for it. It does just kind of bat you off of it and knock you away. And then it is going to just begin kind of like, just like before, trudging away, trying to run off into the ice. It is moving away from you if you want to go ahead and use your Overwatch.
I do. 18.
18 is going to hit, and that probably spells the end for this thing. Go ahead and roll damage.
6 plus 2, 8.
8 damage. Alex, what does it look like when you absolutely just kill this thing?
So it backhands me to knock me off, right? And I spin around, and as it turns to run, my sword comes out and just slashes it across the back. From shoulder down to its hip.
We get a cool anime scene where we see the back of the mech through the bullet hole Jensie has already carved through it. And then the bullet hole fractures. And we see a line running up across its frame and down across its frame simultaneously as its entire left shoulder and neck just kind of cleave off to one side and the entire mech falls flat into the ice, crunching down into the ground and into the ice as all kinds of engineering fluids and liquids and other strange vapors begin to kind of vent out of it as its systems slow and the whirring of its mechanics and its chest kind of grind to a halt as the kind of two halves of the Obsidian Fury fall to the ground.
Then my mech spits on it. It spits oil. It's just like...
Absolutely. You're leaking all kinds of fluid with the damage you've taken yourself. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's involuntary. It's not on purpose.
But it looks cool.
It looks cool.
The rubble settles. I guess the dust settles is how you typically say it, huh? Here on the battlefield. And as you all survey the scene, the strange facility is smoking behind you with that missile that was still launched into it. That kind of front entrance area caved down from that first missile attack as you all move to stand over the body of this thing that you've just destroyed. The headpiece is still intact, so the cockpit ought to be intact as well as whatever pilot lies inside. But as it lays there, motionless, doesn't seem to be responding.
I want to roll it over onto its back, and then I want to have my mech take its hand, grab the front of its cockpit, basically its face, and just rip it off.
Absolutely, yeah. This thing is just torn to shreds. The armor plating across it has been completely removed, basically. And yeah, simple enough, you push this thing over in the snow and just rip its faceplate off and find a strange hexagonal matrix inside where a pilot might have once been or might supposed to be. This sort of orb with all kinds of diodes strung up to it with wires running out from this diode kind of through the rest of the mech here.
I turn back and go,
"There's no pilot." "What? What do you mean there's no pilot? You mean it's not in the head? Or it's...
It looks like it's a robot."
You can't... we were kind of joking about the drone thing. You can't make a Joyega a drone. You have to have at least a human brain, at least one, and we've barely got that working.
I don't know, there's just a whole bunch of wires and servers and servos and servets in here. I'm no computer guy, but I'm thinking this is a robot.
Amara and Jake are going to go over and look at it too.
Jake will also say,
"There's got to be something else to this. That doesn't even make any sense. That's not how any of this works. The Shao-Tech drone technology is advanced, but it's not that advanced. I mean, they still have human surrogate pilots, remote piloting these things. Flip it over. There's got to be another access panel we're missing in the chest or something like that. I mean, whoever is piloting this thing
I
can't
flip
get
it
away.
over again.
Somebody is made a run for it, right?
I put this thing on a rotisserie.
Yeah, you guys flip it over, and through the, its entire head is off effectively, right? Looking down into the shell of this thing, you just see more bits and bobs, more wires, as well as something else. There is a sort of slick glossiness that coats the interior of this machine.
It's got boogers in there.
It's disgusting. It's the worst thing you've ever seen. They're not boogers. It's worse than that, in fact. They're almost more like umbilical cords. I guess it's umbilical cords.
Lady boogers.
Alex, shut your face hole. Shut all of your face.
Babies are worse than boogers. I'll give you that.
What the heck?
The cords that run through this thing's chest are, at first look, maybe a little robotic, and then on a second look, more biological than robotic. There is a strange pumping bioorganicness to this thing's interior that is disgusting. Why doesn't everybody also give me any kind of notice, or I think the trigger is technically called
read a situation?
We can apply read a situation, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 4 + 2, 6. Didn't get that one.
8.
18.
Amara, you're the only one to spot it. Out of kind of picking through the gross mechanical and biological components in this thing's chest, you see a small sort of nameplate that it seems to be ratcheted to the back of this thing's chassis. And with your mech being as small as it is compared to this mech, you are able to reach in and kind of tear it free of the armor. It kind of like groans as the metal pulls free. And you hold it up to the cockpit to be able to see. It says Shao Industries.
Hey, it's Ben. I need you to listen for a second because this is important. If you are not a patron of our Patreon, I need you to stop right now and look at whatever platform, site, whatever you're listening to this episode on, and I need you to give us a good review. It's totally okay if you're not a patron, and I don't want to manipulate you into spending money that you don't really have. But if you've been enjoying this and appreciate that it's free, please do this for me right now before you forget. Sometimes it's a star review, so please 5 stars, because literally anything else is actually a huge detriment for us in the algorithms. I use Podcast Addict these days, and the individual episodes have a little thumbs up icon you can click. That's good enough. Thank you very much for doing that. All right. Thing 2. I realize this episode is a little short, and the last one was too, and maybe the next one will be too. Maybe you didn't even notice, but if you did, thank you for being patient with us. It's for a couple of good reasons. For one, Jensie just started law school, so their availability reduced a bit because if you don't know this, law school is an incredible amount of work, and Jensie is very equipped to do it, but it does take time. And then the other reason is we are making something new. I don't know when we can tell you more, but I think this is the first time I've mentioned it publicly, so consider this the first hype crumb. Our guest GM for this series is Hen, also known as I Write Robots in all the good corners of the internet. Hen's a science fiction writer, namely Interface, an ongoing sci-fi novel about a college boy, a con artist, and a robot. You can find on his website, iwriterobots.com, which I'll link in the episode notes. The first few chapters actually have audio versions, too. He's also pretty big into Magic the Gathering and D&D and makes video essays on YouTube, which is really the thing that got him the gig on Roleplay Retcon. They're pretty good. Hen also likes to make a TTRPG for you every once in a while, and he's got a new game called Wired, Tired, Fired, which is a comedy game about trying to make it through a shift of work by taking drugs but pretending to be sober. I have not played it yet, but I have looked through it, and it's pretty funny, and I've been sitting at a table with Hen for a few months, so I feel pretty good about endorsing it. I'll link to all of this in the episode notes. The soundtrack for this series features Behold, which is spelled with a slash between B and hold. The track up top of this episode is called Uprising, and it's an original piece we commissioned for the series. The rest of the music is from his back catalog. Some of it was made for My First Dungeon, a very good actual play podcast. And some of it is from his latest album, Where They Landed, which is a concept album that combines like spooky sci-fi vibes with Appalachian folk music. You can find all his music on YouTube, Bandcamp, and a bunch of other places. Just Google Behold. Or you can find him on social media as Behold Your Fate. Roleplay Retcon is part of the One Shot Network, which has lots of great shows, like the flagship One Shot podcast, or System Mastery with Jeff and John, which is sort of like a 2-person book club where they read old, weird TTRPGs and make a lot of jokes. Or Skyjack's Courier's Call, an all-ages spinoff of Campaign Skyjacks. Roleplay Retcon has a Discord and a Patreon. The Discord has bonus people, and the Patreon has bonus content. If you're feeling a little in the weeds with Lancer, don't worry, we are too. But if you want to feel less weedy, you could check out the practice session we ran with Hen that's free for everyone on our Patreon. You don't even have to join as a free member. It's a public post. I'll link to it in the episode notes. But, by the way, if you did join as a free member, you'd help us get to our goal number of Patreon members, and we'd be able to do a Star Wars remake on the main feed. Here's a clip of that Lancer session, where we took a little break and Alex read a list of mech names he came up with.
Number 6, Tallahassee the Rim King.
No! Okay, Pogo doesn't look so bad anymore.
No, listen, though. If you take out the Tallahassee Rim King hits pretty good, actually.
That's like a WWE.
Number 7, Jessica Chromes.
What?
She does?
Yeah. Number 8, Cyber Tim.
That's cool, though. That's a good one.
All right, that's all I got. Back to the episode.
Yeah, Command. So, it's really messed up down here. We're still in Siberia, where we found the coordinates. We found a big facility that has a bunch of missiles filled with Kaiju.
Yeah, and I got it on video. I can go ahead and send the videos now.
Yeah, send that video. And then we fought, Obsidian Fury showed up, and we fought it, beat it. There's no pilot in there, it's a drone. And it's got a plaque for the ShamWow Corporation, or whatever it's called.
And there's also organic material in there.
You send your footage, and we cut away from you all back to the dispatch headquarters here, as we see the same sort of screens here in the dispatch office that we saw a number of episodes ago when we were debriefing on the first attack of Obsidian Fury. The pictures displayed this time are not of Mako's helicopter and the aftermath at the council meeting, but rather the video you send over here of these strange sort of bubbling vats full of these diode-riddled kaiju in weird flesh-like tones. The staff here all kind of gasp or put hands over their mouth as they look between them all. We see Professor Gottlieb kind of stepping in close and adjusting his glasses and really getting in there and surveying the sight of it. And a small idea begins to form in the back of his head. And he'll send to all of you, we're going to send reinforcements to lock down the complex you've found, but wait there, and we'll fetch you all, and I believe I know where we need to head to next.
I just had a thought, and I'm going to turn my mech back toward the facility and run back to the entrance.
Okay.
The one that's on fire?
Well, one of the missiles shot past us and hit that facility, so I want to make sure it didn't seal the entrance or anything.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a skill check here? You can add any applicable triggers if you want. You're just trying to survey the damage. When that missile hit, I did say that it had collapsed kind of the entrance gate a little ways, but the lift down into the complex might still be operational.
So you're saying I'm trying to read a situation.
It's a stretch.
Well, it doesn't matter anyways, because I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Womp womp.
It looks like a pile of rubble to you. You can see where the terminal that you all hacked to break into the complex has just been completely removed from the ground entirely. There are stray wiring and electronics kind of pulling up through the sort of frozen earth here, and literally like a pile of concrete currently. You can see the top part where a single light kind of illuminated the entrance that you had all went down, kind of flickers and goes out.
I'm going to get back on the comm and be like, Command, we're going to need some sort of excavation crew.
That can be arranged.
Sent with rescue.
You all know that there are a number of Jaegers that are built exclusively for reconstruction and repair, that are like if you took a cool excavator thing and put its hands on a Jaeger instead.
I know of one that's really good at digging.
Yeah, that's true.
I do too.
There you go. You know what? I think that is relevant enough that they can send the confiscated contraband of Scrapper, absolutely, for sure.
Yes.
Jake was in Scrapper. He'll happily wait to help excavate. What are you all wanting to do here? The backup is coming. I'll give you a couple of options here. If you would like, you could wait for excavation crew to show up and further explore this whatever it is, if you wanted to get a second look or a closer look, or you can return to base and figure out where to head to next.
I mean, there was 2 other entrances paths that we did not take. Who knows what else is down there? Nothing else. We need to stay in perimeter until the reinforcements get here.
soon enough, kind of the sound of beeping construction gear rolls out off the roads and over sort of the frozen ground towards you all as familiarly clad Jaeger Initiative individuals kind of jump out of machines and smaller sized mechs that are equipped to do drilling and digging and earth breaking, things like that. And they are going to go ahead and remove this. Wow. I just going to roll them some little, like, see how well they can do here. And I managed to roll 2 1s on the D20s, which is hilarious.
Oh, no.
It is slow going. It is cold, and you are tired of waiting. They bring snacks with them. It's been a while since you had, like, a proper meal, but it's like frozen jerkies and things like that. After another handful of hours, they do finally manage to clear the rubble and stray electronics enough that the platform is clear again, that you could theoretically step and move down this platform. The issue is going to be that the control panel was destroyed.
Amara, do you think you can fix it?
I think I can try.
Sure.
Give it a shot.
You want to give
I
me
would like to
hacker fix?
roll. Yeah.
And Amara, consider that an order.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Are you
So
sure
I
you
roll a
can fix
d20.
Because it seems like this is just an entirely different scientific and engineering discipline than you're used to. It's not like one kind of engineer can fix everything. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It would be like one kind of doctor could do like all doctor stuff. Like, that's,
You mean like a general physician?
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna roll for it. So I get a d20
and a
plus
D6. And 2. Or whatever your hack and fix is. It might be 4 at this point.
My hack and fix is 4, and then I have a grit of 1.
Awesome.
And then also, what did Alex give me?
Plus a D6.
I issued you an order, so you get you get an accuracy on it.
Oh, a d6?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. So I rolled really high. I don't want to do the math.
25.
It's 17 plus 5 plus 4 is 26.
26? I can't count either.
No.
It's a crit, though.
Me neither.
Congratulations. Yeah, you
Ha ha ha
kind of begin to, looking over the damage, you can see the place in the ground where that console was connected, and the wirings run into the ground and down deeper into the complex itself. You pulled the telemetry data from your drone that you had used to hack it earlier, and managed to find a wire that is a sort of direct route as you just kind of begin like tying wires together, taping them off, and then connecting your drone up to it. And soon the entire lift begins to buzz as if it is back and powered.
Hey, do you see that, Fawn? That's called me being good at what I do.
Good job, Amara.
The general physician of engineering.
Yeah.
This was not big enough for us to take our mechs down with us. Correct.
It was not.
They have enough personnel up here to keep watch. John Boyega?
Jake?
Jake?
Jake, do you want to join us?
Jake, do you want to join us?
The actor John Boyega, who is legally distinct from Jake, is also there and happy to come with you.
Good.
No.
He has to stay on the surface, though. We can't risk him.
And he says, why do you look so much like me? Yeah, he's a civilian. He can't. Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
Jake will load a sidearm and kind of stick it in a holster and come with you all.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Okay. You all descend back down the lift, back into the tunnels down here. The lights that were flickering before have all gone red. They're on some kind of emergency or backup power, or maybe potentially alarms have been triggered. Amara, I think with a well over what you just rolled earlier, you can probably tell that there has been an alarm triggered. It's not clear to you if the alarm is like still actively running, but you know that just before the fight and before the entrance had collapsed, it had all informed you that there were personnel issues and that Obsidian Fury was making its way towards you all. You make your way all the way down to the bottom of the shaft and find yourself in the same hallway as before. As a reminder, it's a sort of long, dimly lit hallway, steel walkway underneath your feet, and like really, really tall, open ceiling above you, concrete hallway here. At the end of the hallway, there is I've only just become aware of how frequently I say at the end of the hallway, there's a massive room full of the kaiju you had all seen earlier, and then just shy of that, there's the room on the left and to the right that you had not opened, that the doors are currently closed.
Left or right?
I vote left.
So, me and Bon will go left. You and Jake go right.
All right, that sounds
Okay,
good.
yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
We split the party.
Yeah.
Take that hen.
Me and my best bud skulking through a mysterious secret complex together. Couldn't ask for a better time.
Let's take these one at a time here. You guys tap your way in. You kind of go to the access panel that would let you into this room, and having already been hacked a couple different times now by Amara, it lets you in all cleanly, still proclaiming that you are Dr. Newton, is what it says. And you all step forward into a room that is kind of like a high school science lab is what we'll call it. It's a sanitized area. The walls, the floor, everything is completely white, and there are a couple of tables that have an amount of equipment laid out on them. There are scalpels, forceps, there are pipettes, micropipettes, if you would be so inclined, as well as there's a thin strip through the kind of all along the wall here of glass or some kind of plexiglass that lets you see through into an adjoining chamber in the sort of same room that is larger and more expansive. And here there is a mechanical assembly line with a number of these sort of crane-like robotic arms with all sorts of scientific implements across them that are actively kind of moving through these boxes on the assembly line that are small plastic or glass trays that hold various organic tissues in them. Some of the arms look to be drawing liquid samples from the tissues or like almost like stapling things together as they continue to move down the assembly line and further away. It looks to you that the chamber you're in currently is a sort of testing chamber where pieces from the assembly line are pulled out to be checked for some sort of quality purposes before they continue on this automated process. To the other group, to Amara and Jake, you guys step into the right room. The door buzzes open and you are met with a circular chamber with a sort of large, like hanging pillar at the from the ceiling that kind of fills the space down here. All across it are a number of TV screens, monitors, displays that display various locations. You move from place to place, these kind of red outline maps. You track, there's a map of Sydney, a map of Lima, Hong Kong, Anchorage, Vladivostok. I'm probably not saying it. Vladivostok? I don't know. I don't speak Russian. Vladivostok. There we go. Now it sounds right.
That was good. That was beautiful.
Tokyo, Nagasaki, Los Angeles, and Panama City. Why don't you give me a... I'll have Jake roll for this too, but there's a pattern here. You're trying to see if you can pick up on the pattern. And I will give you a point of accuracy for this as well.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20 plus
Really?
5 plus 1 is 26.
You know what's crazy is I also had Jake roll a nat 20 just now. So I've rolled ones and nat 20s. Nice.
It's the star team over there.
That is
Nice.
That is your second crit in a row. You both put it together in an instant, and I think you guys can see that the other person puts it together. And Jake turns to you, and you turn to him, and he says each of the locations, and you say you put together that they are
The various locations of the Shatter Domes.
Thank you for filling my script for me. I appreciate it. Yes, each of the screens displays one of the locations of the Shatter Dome. They look, as you look closer at them, you can tell that they seem to be some sort of live time readout. They are tracking heat signatures in the buildings. They are tracking foot traffic through the Shatter Domes. They are tracking active munitions on the Shatter Domes. Active, not just active, but as well as like discharged Jaegers that are being stored there as well. At the back end of the room, another screen reads drone status 89% sync, and a countdown is ticking down from 40 hours.
Roleplay Retcon's remake of Pacific Rim Uprising is directed by I Write Robots, with Jensie as Amara Namani, Alex Blasius as Alex Blasius, and Benjamin Gray as Bon Joyega. The soundtrack for this series features Behold. Our logo is by Jeanette Blasius.
Roleplay Retcon is produced by Two Fish in a Jug and is part of the One Shot Network.
Bye kisses.
In the universe of Star Wall Odyssey, space is made out of the collective imaginations of all the thinking beings who live on various planets. These worlds are connected to each other through imagination. Common themes and ideas are strings between universes. And to get between them, people fly wooden ships that look like animals, which are powered by emotions. Also, people communicate with each other by contemplating orbs. The only way you can take pictures is getting stared at by a big psychic bug. And people have already declared victory in a war over the very concept of evil. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Star Wall Odyssey follows the adventures of the hapless inhabitants of the Lucky Finn tenement building, who suddenly find that their apartment is actually a spaceship, and that they're lost in a sea of boundless imagination. It's an actual play starring me, James D'Amato, Mel D'Amato, Ali Grauer, and Drew Merzieski, as we playtest the No Kings system, which will hopefully one day be the Skyjacks role-playing system. It toes the line between weird and wonderful slice of life and high-flying space fantasy. You can sample the first 5 episodes by searching for Star Wall Odyssey on your favorite podcast app, or get the whole thing by heading to patreon.com/oneshotpodcast and signing up for $5 a month or more.